What if a simple Washington quarter in your pocket was worth not hundreds, not thousands, but over $100,000? Today, we're revealing the top 2 ultra-rare Washington quarters that have rocked the coin world and made collectors rich. Don't miss this, your change could be a hidden fortune. History and real value. The 1966 Washington quarter is a part of a historic era in U.S. coinage. Just a year earlier, in 1965, the U.S. Mint stopped using 90% silver in quarters due to rising silver prices. Starting in 1965 and through 1966, quarters were made with a copper-nickel-clad composition. But that transition wasn't perfect. In fact, a few 1966 quarters were mistakenly struck on leftover silver planchets from 1964, and that mistake has made collectors lose their minds. One of these ultra-rare silver 1966 quarters sold for over $12,000 at auction, and another rumored example with strong evidence of being struck on a silver planchet is estimated to be worth up to $25,000 or more, depending on condition. But that's not all. The 1966 Washington quarter was part of a special minting period where no mint marks were used, so all 1966 quarters were struck at the Philadelphia Mint, yet identifying where they were made can be tricky. And then there are the error coins. Off-center strikes, double dies, and coins struck on wrong planchets are out there. One 1966 quarter struck on a nickel planchet sold for over $5,000, and a dramatic off-center strike fetched close to $3,000. The real shocker. A high-grade 1966 quarter graded MS68, nearly perfect, sold for over $9,000. And because so few have survived in such top condition, collectors are paying big money to get their hands on one. How to find a rare 1966 quarter. Here's how you can identify a potential jackpot in your change. Check the weight. Normal 1966 quarters weigh about 5.67 grams. If yours weighs around 6.25 grams, it may be a rare silver planchet error. Inspect the edges, no copper stripe. It could be silver. Look for visual errors, doubling, off-center strikes, or unusual colors can indicate a valuable mint mistake. Grade is gold. If your coin looks shiny, crisp, and has full details, get it graded by PCGS or NGC. An MS67 or MS68 could mean big money. Outiro, fire up the audience and CTA. So next time you're digging through your pocket change or old coin stash, keep your eyes wide open, because that 1966 Washington quarter might just be your golden ticket. Whether it's a silver planchet rarity, a wild mint error, or a perfect high-grade gem, these coins have sold for hundreds, thousands, even tens of thousands of dollars. Smash that like button, subscribe for more coin hunting secrets, and drop a comment if you've ever come across a strange or shiny 1966 quarter. Who knows, your next coin could be worth more than your car. The Washington Quarter series began in 1932, but 1965 marked a major turning point in U.S. coinage. Due to a nationwide silver shortage, the U.S. Mint stopped using 90% silver in dimes and quarters starting that year. Instead, coins were struck with a copper-nickel-clad composition, something we still use today. But here's where it gets exciting. In that transition year of 1965, a few quarters were accidentally struck on leftover 90% silver planchets from 1964. These extremely rare 1965 silver quarters are a collector's dream, and they can sell for $5,000 to $15,000 or more, depending on their condition and provenance. The true unicorns, however, are mint error varieties and high-grade specimens. One famous example is a 1965 quarter struck on a silver planchet that sold for over $12,000 at auction. Another mint error, a 1965 quarter struck on a dime planchet, fetched nearly $10,000. Yes, really. And if you're lucky enough to find a MS67 plus graded 1965 quarter, that's mint state, nearly perfect condition, you could be looking at values upwards of $20,000 to $25,000. Only a handful of these exist, making them incredibly sought after by serious collectors. Now, let's talk about a special group of collectors who chase full strike or full drum line coins, quarters where the drum lines on the reverse, the eagle's perch, are crisply struck. These can also command 4 to 5 figure prices at auctions. How to check if you have a rare one? So, how can you tell if you've struck gold, well, silver, in your pocket change? Weigh it. A normal 1965 clad quarter weighs about 5.67 grams, while a silver one should weigh around 6.25 grams. Sound test. Silver quarters make a distinct, higher-pitched ringing when dropped. Visual check. Check the coin's edge. A clad quarter will have a visible copper stripe, while a silver one won't. Get it certified. If you suspect you have one, send it to a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC to authenticate and grade it. OUTIRO, call to action and hype. So now you know, that 1965 Washington quarter in your change jar could be worth thousands, maybe even life-changing money. Make sure to check your coins closely, and don't underestimate the hidden treasures in your pocket. Smash that like button, share this with your fellow treasure hunters, and drop a comment if you've got an old quarter story of your own. You never know, your next coin flip might just be your big break. Let me know if you'd like this turned into a YouTube script format with pauses, camera direction, or voiceover notes. History and background. The Washington quarter has been a staple in U.S. coinage since 1932, featuring George Washington on the obverse and a powerful eagle on the reverse through 1998. The 1988 D quarter was minted in Denver, with over 596 million coins produced, so at first glance, it seems like just another common coin. But here's the twist, some 1988 D quarters are far from ordinary. In the world of numismatics, it's all about condition, errors, and rare varieties. And the 1988 D has produced some eye-popping surprises for collectors over the years. Let's start with mint errors, the hidden jackpot in modern coins. There have been off-center strikes, double dies, clipped planchets, and even coins struck on the wrong metal planchets that have sold for hundreds to thousands of dollars at auction. One rare 1988 D quarter with a dramatic off-center strike sold for over $2,500, while a unique specimen struck on a nickel planchet fetched $3,000. And if you're lucky enough to find a 1988 D quarter in mint state 68 or higher, especially one certified by PCGS or NGC, you're potentially looking at $5,000 to $10,000 or more due to its rarity in such perfect condition. But it gets better. There's talk in the collector community of a 1988 D transitional error quarter, possibly struck using mismatched dies or leftover planchets. These types of ultra-rare mint mistakes can skyrocket in value, sometimes reaching $15,000, $25,000, or even more depending on their uniqueness and certification. How to identify a rare 1988 D quarter? Want to know if you've got a moneymaker? Inspect the mint mark. Check for a D on the front, near Washington's ponytail. Look for odd spacing or doubling. Look for errors. Use a magnifying glass or coin loop, look for doubling, cracks, off-centers, or strange planchet colors. Check the weight. Standard 1988 D quarters weigh about 5.67 grams. If yours is lighter or heavier, it might have been struck on the wrong metal. Grade matters. Coins in MS66 plus condition are rare. If yours is uncirculated or nearly flawless, get it graded. OUTIRO, call to action and high energy close. Don't ignore your spare change anymore. That humble 1988 D Washington quarter could be your lucky ticket to a massive payday. Whether it's a rare error, a high-grade gem, or something truly one-of-a-kind, these coins can be worth way more than face value. We're talking thousands to tens of thousands of dollars. Hit that like button, subscribe if you love treasure hunting, and comment below if you found a weird quarter lately, because the next rare coin discovery might just come from you. History and hidden value. The 1977 Washington quarter comes from the classic era of copper-nickel-clad coinage. After the U.S. Mint stopped using 90% silver in 1965, most quarters from the 1970s were considered common. But as every treasure hunter knows, rarity isn't always about age, it's about the mistakes and conditions that slipped through the cracks. The Philadelphia Mint produced over 468 million 1977 quarters, and Denver minted around 256 million, so yes, there are a lot out there. But here's where it gets exciting. Some 1977 quarters are incredibly valuable because of rare mint errors and high-grade examples. Coins with double dies, off-center strikes, wrong planchet errors, and high mint state grades have brought collectors to their knees in bidding wars. One 1977 quarter struck on a silver planchet, a leftover mistake from older coinage, sold for over $15,000 at auction. Another coin with a dramatic off-center error reached $2,500, while a flawless MS-67 Plus condition 1977 quarter, graded by PCGS, fetched nearly $7,000 due to its extreme rarity in such pristine state. These aren't just collector pieces, they're investments, and the value continues to grow as more collectors enter the market. How to find a rare 1977 quarter. Here's what to look for in your spare change or coin collection. Weight test: standard 1977 quarters should weigh 5.67 grams. If you find one weighing around 6.25 grams, it might be a silver planchet error. Visual inspection: check both sides for doubling, particularly around the date, the motto, or Washington's face. Use a magnifying glass or coin loop. Off-center strikes or clipped planchets: these dramatic errors are often easy to spot and can fetch thousands. Grading: if you find a shiny, nearly perfect 1977 quarter, consider getting it graded. Coins in MS-67 or MS-68 condition are incredibly rare and valuable. OUTRO, hype it up and call to action. So next time you get change at the store, take a second look, because that 1977 Washington quarter could be your hidden jackpot. Whether it's a rare mint error, a silver planchet mistake, or a flawless high-grade beauty, it might just be worth more than you ever imagined. We're talking hundreds, thousands, or even tens of thousands of dollars. Smash that like button if you love the thrill of the hunt, hit subscribe for more hidden treasure tips, and drop a comment if you've ever found a strange or shiny 1977 quarter. Who knows, your next coin flip might be the one that changes your life.